Yeah, hello everybody. Wednesday evening. Went to Salute on Saturday, and I did criticise it a little bit. I mean, I always do in respect of. I like to take my car because, well, the public transport's nearly as expensive as parking there, and parking there is £20, which seems a little excessive when you add that to the £10 door admission. So £30 before you've even bought any figures or paints or anything. So I do criticise it. It's my choice next year not to go. I understand there's Warfare will be at Ascot this year on the 27th, 28th of November, so I think I'll go there. I remember that being quite enjoyable when it was at Reading. And I went to Selwig at Pickett's Lock, and I enjoyed that. But yeah, Salute, I did have a bit of a problem with the fact that there was no natural light in the building. It did take your eyes a little while to get accustomed to the gloom. There was a Star Trek convention going on at the same time, and I believe George Takei or Mr. Sulu, the helmsman, was actually guest speaker. But I enjoyed, despite my criticisms, I enjoyed going to see, and talk to a few people. Although I didn't see any of your regulars. I know Marksman Gaming was there and Fraser, but I honestly I wouldn't have spotted someone probably if they were standing next to me. But anyway, I enjoyed the day, but I probably won't go again. I will go to other shows, even Partisan up north. Probably I've been to that one before, but anyway, I didn't really get anything other than I bought a couple of sable brushes, Kolinsky Sable, a 0 and a 1. They were £4 each. I mean, I've paid, I think the greatest I ever paid for one brush was about £14 for a Winsor and Newton, and I didn't find it to be that great. Got Raphael, was okay. Again, another expensive brush, but got that, and two of these sort of ones for general purpose brushes, which yeah, I think they're okay, but I struggle to find anything to buy. I mean, I quite frankly, I don't like buying figures at shows because I feel, unless you know exactly what you want, very often they haven't got enough of one particular figure, or other people are, getting served, and you got to keep going back to the guy, and you lose track of exactly what you want. Whereas in the privacy of your own home, you can sit down and go over it. And I did that with front rank figures, although I understand they seem to have closed down now, be available from another outlet, but the actual front rank, they do seem to have closed down. But anyway, I actually got an interest in the Ketts Rebellion of 1549. I have mentioned it before. Kett was a local Norfolk kind of farmer, and when they were enclosing the land, just basically pinching bits of land, the peasants started tearing down the enclosures, and he spoke to them and saw the justice of their cause and stood up for them. And it was the usual story of they won an early battle, and actually threatened to take Norwich, and until the king dispatched troops under I think it was Somerset, maybe wrong there, but the rebellion was suppressed. It was at the same time as a rebellion in the West Country. That was to do with religion. That this was solely down to the peasants being dispossessed of their common land. And he sounds very much a Robin Hood character, only quite definitely real. And I'm going to make my way up to Norwich and follow the route of the main actions. But suffice to say, he got an army together of about 10 to 15,000 men, not regular soldiers, but the government was compelled to call in Italian and German mercenaries, Landsknechts, to actually defeat them. I've actually started. I've been collecting figures, some from the Hundred Years' War, which I think will actually suffice for 1549. I didn't actually see anything from the Elizabethan period that I really liked, and I thought these. I've gone mainly for figures without helmets, and that would pass for kind of peasants. And I've been following what Gavin has been saying, trying to make put a little bit more effort into the figures rather than just a wash, and I've been quite pleased with the results. Again, the other thing that I used to do, which I don't do now, is to take, say, 30 or 40 figures, undercoat them en masse, and try to paint them all at the same time. I've been doing 4 or so at a time, and I've been quite pleased with the results. As I say, got a reasonable amount of facial detail. They are actually starting to look, I'm quite pleased with them, let's say. I've got a Elizabethan gun there, which I have yet to make up, and then there's only about half a dozen figures or so to do. I've just undercoated and put some flesh on this chap. I'm going to have him as the leader of the rebellion. He's a little bit more fancily dressed. Spoiler alert, Robert Kett, the leader of the rebellion, was hung from the Norwich church, and the rebellion suppressed. But yeah, it was. These are what I've completed so far.